What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode number 3 of the All Sports Podcast. You might see some new faces up in here because you know what? We just want to bring new people onto the show, and we got a full timer up in here, up in my right hand corner, Mr. 91.4 followers. Welcome to the crew. Jordan, how we doing, my friend?
My brother, first of all, it's an honor and privilege that you guys invited me to join alongside your podcast. I'm doing great, brother. I'm ready for week 9 of NFL, bro. It's been very unpredictable, to say the least, but things are going good.
Exactly. If you want to do a little intro to tell you what kind of fan you are, I think because you are a Ravens fan, correct?
Yes, sir. Let me officially introduce myself. My name is Jordan Burnett, JBurnett92. Got to use the TikTok account, of course. Die-hard Baltimore Ravens, not those Baltimore Raven junkies that go for attention. No, I'm going to tell you like it is, good or bad. And so far, we've done good so far. 5-3 in the season. We've hung on to 2 straight double-digit leads, so that's a good start.
It is. And then in my bottom middle, we have my man Harrison, Carolina Panthers fan. And then you guys know who he is, the guy that started up this show himself, Frankie, Mr. AKA Jack Jones season. You guys know me. Episode number 3, guys. How we feeling, guys? We are into week 9. A lot of disappointments happened. Good wins for the Patriots. A lot of great stuff. And Jordan, let's talk about your team right now. The Ravens, they got a great win on Thursday Night Football. You want to get into that?
Yeah, absolutely. The running game was efficient as they've been all season. Limited the turnovers. Defense, 10th straight game forcing a turnover. Tough first half, but hey, they avoid the injury bug. I don't know if you guys know, I'm not a fan of Thursday Night Football by any means because injuries, short. You need a full week to prepare, and you don't even get a practice in. And it seems like there's a major injury that happens. And the Ravens went in and they handled business, took advantage of the red zone, and made life difficult for Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. I almost said the Patriots.
Oh man, but can you guys imagine Tom Brady sitting right now at 3-5 and basically third place in the NFC South right now? Like I wouldn't have expected that from Tom Brady this season.
No. Not at all. You know what? They're very lucky that their division is really bad because they got time to turn things around. But I think losing their Pro Bowl center to start the season has been it's hurt them. And then also, Tom Brady doesn't have his best friend, Gronkowski, in the red zone. That's where he needs a reliable receiver or a tight end. And he doesn't have that. This is different to Tom Brady, and I think Todd Bowles plays a part of this as well. I think Bruce Arians knew something was up, and it's just been very funky to see what's going on with Tampa Bay.
I couldn't agree with you more with that tight end situation with Rob Gronkowski. I think he's missing his binky right there because, Rob Gronkowski used to be one of his best tight ends come, a couple seasons when he first came into Tampa Bay. But now he has all tight ends and, the rookie one, Uten. He has Kyle Rudolph. I was hoping the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would make a little splash during the trade deadline, but they sat there and they were very quiet. They didn't make no moves. So it seems like that, their head coach doesn't want to do anything about their team. I mean, it's very surprising to see the Buccaneers not make some sort of moves during that trade deadline. Right. That just passed.
I also want to say this. I no doubt believe that the marriage with Tom Brady and Giselle have something to do with this because he hasn't looked right all season, and it seems like it's distracting the players on Tampa Bay as well.
Tom Brady's washed.
You think so?
He's done. I want him done.
You want him done?
We own Tom. PJ Walker was Tom Brady's daddy in that game.
That is true.
What about the Falcons and Carolina game? Want to get into that a little bit?
The refs, it was the refs. It was literally the refs. And listen, there's no excuses. It's the refs were on the Falcons side because I saw it on Twitter. I don't know if you saw this, Dev, on Twitter, by the way.
I did see the post that you were talking about.
Okay.
Like when DJ Moore scored that game-winning touchdown against Atlanta, he took off his helmet outside the end zone. As NFL rule says, you can take off your helmet outside of the end zone. If you take off your helmet inside the end zone, that's a 15-yard penalty on the PAT. Would he count for a PAT? Will he miss the PAT? I don't think so, maybe, because his name is Pinheiro, obviously. But either way, I was so disappointed. It was this week. It was by far one of the greatest games this week, by far. Not even close. I don't know if you guys want to say it was the greatest game this week, in week 8, but I don't know. What do you boys think? Do you think by far one of the greatest games this week? The Panthers
I think
and Falcons?
so.
I think so.
Like what a turnaround that game was. Like, here's the thing. You're very pumped up and you're very excited. You're scoring the go-ahead touchdown that would have put you up by 1 point. But the NFL rule is, even though you can only take your helmet off when you're on the sideline, or like Harrison said, when you are outside the field of play, and that's what DJ Moore did. And I understand your point where you're coming from, but I also talked it over with one of my friends, and he explained it to me that even on the field or outside the end zone, that's still technically a penalty, and you can't do that. A la Stephon Diggs, the Minnesota Miracle, when he did that, I think they got flagged. I think 15 yards, and they still made that extra point. During that playoff game out, I don't think that they got penalized, but
no, they didn't.
That's why they made the rule.
It's because that was the last play of the game.
Right.
That's
exactly.
It was literally the last play of the game as well. With 12 seconds left.
I think as long as you're on the field, they're gonna call that flag every time. And still, I get it. That was a huge touchdown, but you have to know where you're at. You have to act like you've been there. And I'm not saying this is on DJ Moore. I say this is more on Eddie Pinheiro than DJ Moore. DJ Moore made that great grab in the double coverage. That was an incredible pass, incredible grab, but you got to act like you've been there too. I know it's easy for us to say, but they forced a turnover to start overtime, and Pinheiro had his second chance, and he missed less than an extra point chip shot, and I knew the game was over after that. They couldn't stop each other.
Here's the thing. I think PJ Walker had the throw of the year right there. Like, absolutely, what was it? 65 yards.
I'll tell you one thing. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold don't make that throw.
Oh, yeah. No way in heck that they'll make that.
Listen, Sam Darnold's better than Baker Mayfield. Honestly, I don't care. Either way, at least Sam Darnold can throw a ball better than Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield can bat a ball 9 times in one game.
Get rid of them both.
No, get rid of them both. Get PJ and Matt Corral. We get Matt Corral back, and let's draft the quarterback in the draft. Get Bryce Young.
I mean, I think this is the first time I've ever seen a team have exactly 4 quarterbacks on a roster right now, because you guys have, Baker Mayfield, you guys have Sam Darnold, you have Corral, and then you got PJ Walker.
You get Baker Mayfield, James Darnold, yeah, I know, it's horrible. trash, better than those two, and then we got mid.
Right. I mean, it's a very interesting season for the Carolina Panthers. I mean, Harrison, how do you feel right now as a Carolina Panther? Are you guys ready to tank? What are you feeling right now?
The we hooping thing when you lose on a game-winning field goal?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was in I was depressed. I was listening to it's you, so it's you. For a lot of people, but nobody feels like you. So please don't break my heart. Don't tear me apart. Yeah, that's how I felt.
Oh, man. I mean, geez. I mean, Harrison, what would you say the takeaways from that game would be?
It's just we need a new kicker, ASAP. But honestly, we can't waste the money because we already signed Eddie Pinheiro for a 1-year contract, which we can't do that. So either way, let's hope we're playing against the Bengals. If you see against the Cleveland Browns, they got shut down. The Bengals got shut down.
They did.
You know why? They don't have Jamar Chase. And guess what? Next week they don't have Jamar Chase.
The Cincinnati Bengals also don't have an offensive line. 5 packs of Stevie Wonders would block Joe Burrow better than their offensive line right now. Let me be honest.
You're not
I
wrong
mean,
about that.
I mean, it is rough. I mean, I watched the second half of that game, and Joe Burrow had no time to get rid of the football. And I agree with you, Harrison. The Bengals need Jamar Chase, but I think it's more than that. I think the Cincinnati Bengals did not address their offensive line issue in the draft or via free agency, even the trade deadline, and they're paying for it right now. And they're 0-3 against the AFC North.
That is true.
Which is going to hurt them. I can't stress this enough, guys. Beat your division. That makes
right.
That makes
like,
things.
Come on now.
I mean, that makes things so much easier.
I mean, here's the thing. They did draft their O-line by getting Landon Collins from the Cowboys, and they got Ted Karras from the Patriots. They got two of the okayest O-line, not like Armstrong like the Miami Dolphins did. Like if they got Armstrong from the Saints, that would have certified their O-line. But since they didn't, and I thought their O-line would have been fine, but man, did they look like absolutely dog water on Monday Night Football.
Yes.
Like, wow.
It was hogwash.
Right.
It was just wash. Like
it was just unbelievable. I mean, it seems like Higgins is going to be their top wide receiver for the next 3 games until Jamar Chase comes back right now.
And if it weren't for that jump ball, he would have been shut down. And people forget Cleveland's got a good defense too. They do, even though they've been struggling this season.
Right.
They do have a really good defense. So and plus they got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt behind Brissett. So I mean, that's not a team to sleep on by any means.
Exactly, and I'm very happy that Kareem Hunt didn't get traded to the Miami Dolphins because he was rumored to go there, and I don't think that would have been a situation for the Miami Dolphins. In all honesty, I would not want Kareem Hunt on the Miami Dolphins. They just got Bradley Chubb. They don't need to get there. They needed to get a lot worse, but now with Miami getting Bradley Chubb, I'm a little bit fearsome of the Miami Dolphins come playoff time because, man, I was talking about this later on saying that, basically Daniel Jones and Tua Tagovailoa are basically hanging on the brief end of their careers right now. And boy, have they proven all of us wrong with having Miami on 5-3. The Giants somehow going 6-2. Like, I can't believe I'm saying that the Giants are actually 6-2 right now on this cast right now. It's just like
the Giants are 6-2 with wide receivers they hired at the 99-cent store. I mean, what they're doing is just absolutely amazing. And I think because the NFC isn't as strong as the AFC, the Giants should make the playoffs, depending on the remaining of their schedule. And then with the Miami Dolphins, as long as Tua stays healthy, it's proven that Miami can handle business with Tua at quarterback, but he's got to use his head literally. Don't be doing quarterback sneaks, putting your head down after that and such.
Was it TJ Watt trade a W or an L? Are you kidding me? It's big W.
Irv Smith is mid. He's
W.
Mid. He's
honestly
mid.
That makes the Minnesota Vikings, and that's a good comment to bring up because I want to talk about the trade deadline moves that most teams made. But the TJ Hawkinson one, it was a kind of a shocker. Like, I was reading on Saturday morning saying, TJ Hawkinson, he's had his name being thrown around a different team. So I was like, what team really needs to use a tight end? And then all of a sudden, breaking news comes basically yesterday morning. First pops up, TJ Hawkinson to the Minnesota Vikings. Guys, what are your thoughts on that?
Of all teams to trade TJ Hawkinson to, you trade him to your division. I mean, trade him away, trade him to the AFC. I mean, that now you have to face him. Well, you get him one more time, but you have to face him twice a year. Is Hawkinson under contract? Does anybody know? Is he under contract?
I'm not too sure. I don't know.
If he's under some sort of contract, that's going to be a big mistake by the Detroit Lions. If this is a 1-year rental and you got draft picks out of it, then Detroit's telling you, hey, we're going to build around the draft. We're going to build through the draft, and hey, we don't care what he does to us.
I mean, it seems like the Lions right now, they're on some sort of rebuild right now because basically what they said is, hey, we are last in our division. Might as well give up our best tight end to our divisional rival. I mean, I wouldn't have been upset if they would have given him to maybe I don't know, even team that needs him maybe the Browns. Like I know they have like David Njoku, but maybe using a second tight end would use them a lot of help. Or maybe the Jets. I'd be pissed if the Jets because they have Tyler Udozo from the Cincinnati Bengals. But going to Vikings. I mean, guys, imagine this lineup right here. You got Cousins, you got Cook, Thielen, and Jay Jettis. I mean, man, can you say that's a playoff winning team right there?
Oh, nasty.
He's only under contract until 2023.
Oh, wow.
So he's got next season too. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
basically.
Detroit's made it clear that they're building around the draft, and they get that defense worked on. I don't think it's their offense. Get that defense worked on, and they're going to be fine. They look real, even though they're 1-6. There's games they've looked really good.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, here's the thing. I feel for Lions fans because not winning a Super Bowl or even competing for one in over several years. I just feel for them. I mean, guys, they had players like Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, and they used to have Matt Stafford, years ago. I feel for this team. You had one of the best wide receivers in the whole league, decades ago. How could you not have made a Super Bowl with one of the best, Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson? I just feel for them right now. They're basically selling.
Dev, you forgot about Golden Tate?
Yep, Golden Tate. They have Brandon Pettigrew. They used to have Ndamukong Suh.
I can answer that question.
Okay.
No problem. Coaching and ownership. That's why some of these franchises have been held back for years, is because of their coaching, their GM, the owner. Look at the New England Patriots and Robert Kraft, successful franchise for 20 straight seasons. The Baltimore Ravens, they had Ozzie Newsome for 12 to 15 years, and now they got Eric DaCosta, and the show goes on. I mean, those kind of teams, the Steelers, the Roonies, are teams that continue to build a pedigree of success. And I feel like that's a reason why teams like the Lions, the Bears, teams Lions, Tigers, and Bears, are now a success. And let me ask you guys something real quick.
Yeah.
Do you think in your lifetime, I'm talking lifetime now.
Lifetime, okay.
Do the Detroit Lions ever win a Super Bowl?
Oh, I mean, before I die, I hope I see a Detroit Lions Super Bowl. I would love to see one. Come on now.
Unless we're all on the Tom Brady diet where we live until we're 130.
Right.
Maybe it's possible.
Let's get that 12 method.
let's go for it. The Lions will win the Super Bowl in 2031, and I'll be 28 years old.
Oh man,
2031. That might be too soon.
Damn.
but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, man, the Lions would have to make some sort of trade in order to go to that Super Bowl. Trade for Ramsey, get somehow Travis Kelce from the Chiefs. I mean, get Stephon Diggs from the Bills and acquire, I don't know, maybe get Mahomes and Kelce in a deal just to make that team a Super Bowl winning team. But I'm sorry to cut you off, brother, but that would be over the next 2-3 years if they're going to do something like that, because they're all going to be Tom Brady by 2031. Probably. You never know.
Wasn't Gronk going to be on the Lions though?
Oh yes. Did you guys actually hear about the story about Brian being traded to the Lions? You guys know that story?
Thank God he didn't get traded.
Oh,
I retired.
No, I'm retired. Oh my God, that must imagine that scenario. We're going to get great tight end Rob Gronkowski. Hey, Robert, you're going to get traded to the Lions. Oh, I can't. I'm retired. You can't trade me. And then you see it on the Patriots. One of the greatest trades that never happened. Oh my God, I love telling that story.
Brilliant.
I mean, just imagine if actually that trade went through and Rob actually went to the Detroit Lions. Do you think that, I don't know, Tom Brady would have followed in pursuit, or something would have happened?
He would have quit and got traded.
He'll be like,
it just wouldn't happen.
I feel that.
He'd be like, why the fuck I'm here?
What in the hell am I doing here? Come on now. I mean, here's the thing. It's like us Boston fans, we've had things happen to us. Mookie Betts getting traded to the Dodgers. We've had, Zdeno Chara, he's on the Capitals. We had Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett get traded to the Nets. And we've also had Tom Brady sign a contract with the Bucks. And then we traded Rob Gronkowski. So basically, we've had a Boston basically massacre happen all over again. Like, Jesus
You got to
Christ.
bring that up.
Talk
Yeah,
about Boston. Talk about Boston Marathon, huh?
Right? Like,
All right,
holy
Duke
hell.
won. Duke won, 82-45.
So,
They
Jordan, what's your take on Roquan Smith being on
Yeah.
the Ravens? Is he big?
I want to ask you too.
I'm shocked because I knew the Bears. If you guys don't know, I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, the West Suburbs.
Okay.
So I've lived here for 3 years. I grew up on watching Steelers and Ravens games. So the Baltimore Ravens were my team in the first place. So I hear all the time from Chicago, they last 4 or 5 games of the season, they win 4 out of the last 5. Oh, we'll get there next year. And then they do the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah, I'm shocked by that move because Roquan Smith is I'm going to learn a lot about him. What I'm hearing, it's a great move.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't watch a lot of Chicago Bears football unless they get beat up by the Daddy Rodgers and Packers every single season. I mean, and then my thing, if I'm a Chicago Bears fan, is you traded for a 2nd and 5th round pick, but you trade one of those picks back for Chase Claypool when you don't have your offensive line situation figured out.
Right.
Why can he not go to New England? When I said that on my take, doesn't he go to Green Bay, New England, maybe Baltimore? I mean, like, he can go to any other team but the freaking Bears. The Bears are so ass, and I feel like on paper we're better. We're better than them. Those Chicago freaking Bears.
And by the way, Dev, I give that trade an A+. It just makes our defense that much better. That it already is this season.
Gets an A+ automatically.
And we lost to Chicago too.
Pardon me?
I said the Patriots lost to Chicago.
Yeah, the first time. That's the first time the Patriots have ever lost at home to the Bears.
I don't want to remember that night. I was so pissed off. I was just man. But
that's just how crazy the season's been. But
I know.
I thought the Patriots were going to blow out the Bears.
I thought so too.
I mean,
every Patriots fan thought so.
But then again, it's rigged because if he would have won in Chicago or beat Chicago, we would have passed their head coach or whatever. Bill Belichick.
Right. So that wasn't going to happen. But it's just like, man, I mean, with all these trades going down, with Robert Quinn going to the Eagles, I think the most shocking one was seeing Chase Claypool getting traded to the Bears. I bet you no one even saw that happen.
I think it was Hawkinson getting traded to the Vikings.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest W.
Does the Eagles go undefeated or no?
What happened?
The Eagles are going undefeated.
The Eagles, I think they'll go undefeated.
I don't think they will.
You don't think so?
Cowboys?
I think they're going to lose at least 2 games.
What are the 2 games? What are the 2 games? Cowboys?
It's got to be the Cowboys.
What's their remaining schedule? They got the Giants still one more time.
The Eagles play the Texans on tomorrow, so that's basically an easy dub.
8-0. No, I think they'll lose once to their division, so probably Dallas.
Okay.
And then there's a game, they're not supposed to lose, and they're going to get completely outplayed. It's really difficult to go undefeated. I mean, the Eagles have been lucky a couple times already that they've won. I mean, they got away with the game against Arizona, and then Jacksonville where they were off down 14-0. Other than that, I mean, I hope they go undefeated.
I see them losing to Green Bay.
Really?
I do.
Is it at Green Bay?
Nah, it's in Philadelphia, but I feel like Aaron Rodgers is gonna pull that off.
I don't know. I mean, the way that Aaron Rodgers is playing right now, I just can't see that happening right now.
I don't even think this is on Rodgers. I just think he's really got no wide receivers around him. But that's his own fault. He took $50 million a year instead of get Devontae. It's clear that Rodgers and Devontae Adams miss each other.
They do, because they both of them haven't been having great seasons right now. I mean, I'm about to drop Rodgers from my fantasy team because he hasn't been producing well.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, brother. What were you saying?
Because he has trash receivers. He has 2 washed receivers, and he had nothing but rookies.
Yeah, that's all he's got. He's got rookies. I was going to say, Dev, I traded for Devontae Adams this week in this one league. I've scored over 100 points in all 7 games, and I'm 1-6-1. And he gives me 1 point.
It's like, yeah, great trade. No.
Kind of.
I mean, yeah, I mean, he has scrubs for wide receivers. He has freaking Sammy Watkins. I mean, Randall Cobb, I think, is still a wash. I mean, those are the only 2 relevant wide receivers that he has. The other ones are like rookies.
I think if they want any sort of chance to make a comeback in the playoffs, they're not going to win the NFC North. I think they're too far behind. Minnesota's 3-0 against the NFC North. They're going to have to go get OBJ. They're going to have to get somebody that's going to really make the impact. I don't see it happening. I don't see OBJ saying right now, I want to play for Green Bay.
I could honestly see. I mean, it's a great thing that you brought up that point. Either it's going to be like LA, the Bills, or maybe a sleeper team that could swoop in the Giants.
I was actually going to get onto this because there was breaking news that the Bucks are now interested in OBJ. They contacted him, so
they don't have enough receivers. They don't have enough receivers with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Julio Jones.
Julio? Well, like, damn, how many receivers do y'all need?
It won't happen. It's gonna be. I think the Rams would be a good pickup. In my opinion, I think it's because Matthew Stafford, all he sees in his eyes is Tyler Higbee and Cooper Kupp. I mean, he doesn't see anybody else.
No, I mean, pass it to my boy Allen Robinson. I picked him up in fantasy. Like, come on, bro.
He's
got him for 3 years.
He was great with the Bears, actually, too. I mean, he put up some nice numbers.
Dude, he was another player. I'm sorry to cut you off, but he was another player that I wanted the Patriots to get because I think that with his route running skills, I think he would have looked great in a New England uniform. But no, the Rams didn't got him.
Baltimore. I mean, we have Elvis Duvernay is our number 1 wide receiver, and a very past out of prime Deshaun Jackson is our wide receiver number 2. I mean, I don't know where the points are coming from, but
I mean, at least your wide receiver core is better than New England. So we got Aguilar. We got Aguilar. We got a bunch of trash cans on the Patriots.
I'll take Devontae Parker.
He's already hurt again. He's already
we would like to keep him. Thank you. He said he is very grateful to join New England. He's always wanted to play, but I don't think him going to the Ravens would be a great idea.
And listen, let's be honest. Let's just be completely honest. Brian Burns almost got traded to the Rams.
Yeah.
Who did?
Brian Burns.
Excellent.
2 first-round picks again. 2 first-round picks.
And they said no.
No, but he's the main key of our defense. We got Jeremy Chin, JC. This defense is a top 5, top 10 defense. Like, honestly, let's just be completely honest with you guys. This defense looks fired. The offense has gotten a lot better since Baker Mayfield has been on the fucking bench. Let's just be honest.
No, I couldn't agree. It seems like him, J.C. Horn, and Thompson is your guys is basically key points into the defense for the Panthers.
It's just absolutely like just watching the defense is just like so good, man. It's just so good. But,
so, what about this Brandon Cook situation? That's another thing I want to get into.
Why is he in Houston? Why? Why get this man suffering?
He's not suffering. He's not suffering. He's getting paid like a champion right now, but he's on a
I'll tell you this much. He ain't going to do anything if he still stays in Houston. I feel like during the offseason, he's about to get traded somewhere. And 2 teams I can see him playing for is the Ravens, and I can see him playing in Green Bay, to be honest. Because it's like, for Ravens fans, it seems like you guys need I'm not saying that you guys don't have elite wide receivers because you guys have Duvernay. like all y'all have is Duvernay. I'm sorry.
We have Elvis Duvernay, C.J. Prochet, and 5th-string wide receiver, former Chiefs player DeMarcus Robinson, and we're somehow still scoring points. I mean, people hate Lamar Jackson for some reason. Can we appreciate that what Lamar Jackson has got Can you imagine Lamar Jackson having like the Kansas City Chiefs offense or the Chargers offense or the Buffalo Bills? I mean, man, he's doing everything he can. We better pay him. I'm telling you.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, now that you brought that up, which is a good point, because, Lamar Jackson is coming up on his four-year deal, which is ending, and they haven't paid him yet. And the three teams that I've seen that are interested, I think, is Miami, Detroit Lions, and I forget what the third team is. But, Jordan, what would your reaction be if he is not a Baltimore Raven come next season?
Devastating. I don't see it. They're gonna pay him. They're gonna work something out.
I'll tell you that much. They better, because if not,
you know what? Because I think they let it play out like this because, well, Lamar Jackson's. I didn't need this proof, but he's a team player, and he's got a coaching staff, or he's got a seasoned coaching staff around him. John Harbaugh. He's got Newsome at the front office. He's got the Costco GM. They're gonna work something out. This is right. And look at the defense he's got behind him too. I mean, all they got to do now is they got to figure it out a wide receiver. I am shocked that they didn't go for DJ Moore, Elijah Moore, somebody like that, where just give them some room. Give like another target besides Mark Andrews. It looks like Isaiah Likely's going to be a nice tight end for Baltimore.
He's good,
right? I mean,
he'll likely make the roster.
He's your guys' what, tight end, or is he like what, wide receiver form? Likely.
Who's that? Likely's our other tight end. So we have three. So the Baltimore Ravens have three tight ends right now. They have it's Andrews, Likely, and then Boyle is their blocking tight end.
Yeah, Boyle. I forgot about that. But I really think that the Ravens are going to own the North this year. I think that, I really hope, that maybe Lamar Jackson could win a couple playoff games. And then once he wins a couple playoff games, maybe the Ravens will be like, hey, maybe we need to, sign this man to like a huge contract. But
I would personally sign him either way because there's no quarterback. I understand their backup quarterback's Tyler Huntley, and he works the same system as Lamar Jackson. He did nice last year. He did nice. He kept us in a lot of games, but the proof's in the pudding. I mean, Lamar Jackson. This is a story time real quick. Joe Flacco's final start in 2018, he got injured, and in the middle of the season, the Ravens were 4-5. John Harbaugh didn't care. They completely redesigned their offense in the middle of the season for Lamar Jackson. I can't see Detroit doing that. I can't see Tampa Bay doing that. That's why I don't see Lamar Jackson parting ways. In that they might give him maybe incentives if he wins an MVP, if he throws for 3,000 yards, if he rushes for 1,000 yards, etc., where he'll be the highest paid player.
Right. I mean, I just can't imagine Lamar Jackson anywhere else but Baltimore because, it seems like that he's built a little home right there, and I bet you like Ravens fans would be in havoc if he were to be elsewhere come next season.
I love Lamar Jackson. He's what holds the glue down, literally.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. He's just, a great quarterback for your franchise. I know a lot of people are showing hate for him, calling him a running back, but, I just think that, he's probably, in my mind, he's probably a top 10 quarterback in the league right now. I don't know, he would say top 5, but, I say top 10.
6 or 7 for sure.
Yeah, he's in my top 10 for sure. I'll throw him in maybe 6, 7 in my mind, Yeah. But, until he proves me wrong, I just want to see him just ball out some of these years, whether it be this season or next season, because, teams are going to figure him out. And a lot of teams have, with your guys' 3 losses, and your 5 wins. So, we'll see what happens come playoff time. I mean, we got a lot of great football left.
That's why we need to change the rules to 3 quarters only in the playoffs. So we don't know.
Right. and let's change the overtime rules to actually scoring a touchdown wins you the game, and then come back.
Yeah, I have a feeling that blown double-digit lead situation is over with. I hope so. I can't take any more.
And it's like, one rule change that can we change in the NFL? Can we have no ties in the NFL? Thank you. Like, kind of like, seeing team 3-1-1. Like, if you're in overtime in the regular season and you don't score any points, or you score 3 and the other person scores 3, go into another overtime. Like, I don't know about you guys, how you guys feel about this, but I just hate ties in the NFL. It just really irks me. Like, you don't see ties happen in baseball and basketball, or even in hockey. Like, just change the rules in regular season and overtimes to, if they don't score, keep playing.
And Dev, like I said, ties is like kissing your sister.
Exactly. It's just like, man, I don't want that shit to happen, but
you don't win, you don't lose. It's just fucking awkward.
Right. Rick, you were saying something?
Yes, I was going to ask, so what do y'all think about this Calvin Ridley trade to Jacksonville?
Thank y'all. Dude, I think that Calvin Ridley would not fit his scheme anyway, because they're number 4 in rushing yards for the Falcons, because they do a lot of read options, and Carolina really just stopped the read option really, really well in that game. They're more like a rushing game than a passing game, to be honest. But Arthur Smith is doing a really good job in Atlanta. But Calvin Ridley, I think that he's with a good talent, underrated team. When you have Marvin Jones, you got Christian Kirk, and then you got Calvin Ridley that's coming back next year, and you got Evan Ingram, who's actually doing pretty well in Jacksonville.
Surprisingly,
he didn't eat any Butterfingers whatsoever, so I'm kind of happy about
That's
that.
Good.
I mean, either way, like, when you look at it on paper, though, the Jaguars team next year is going to be really good, really talented, maybe.
I think so, too.
Playoff contenders? No, not really. But future? Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, sorry to cut you off there, but
okay.
I don't know how I think. Like, that just came to me to be like a shock of a trade. Like, I would have never thought a suspended player would have been traded to, like, any team like this season. I just thought that, when I saw it, I was like, oh, so does that mean that he can actually play with it? No, it's just like, he was suspended from the league, so he still can't play. But I felt like the Atlanta Falcons kind of did him dirty, just like trading him away just like that. Just, I guess they kind of knew that Calvin Ridley was like, not going to, do well for the Atlanta Falcons, or maybe sign back with the team. So that made me think that, oh, that's why they traded him to the Jaguars.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it was just time for both of them to go their separate ways because of what happened. That's the only thing I could think of. Calvin Ridley is not a bad player by any means, and he's going to a team that's from the ground up, kind of like Atlanta is right now. I mean, we'll see. I agree with you, Harrison. They're going to be nice in the future. I think right now the Colts fooled me. I thought the Colts were going to win the division this year, but right now this division belongs to the Titans. In the meantime,
you're right.
You know, I think about Calvin Ridley right now.
What's that?
Give me my money. I need my money. I want to get out, please. Please, how much money are we talking about, though? How much money are we talking about? We're talking about $10 million. Give me the fuck out of here, please.
He used all that on sports betting while he was playing football.
He did. That's right. And it was so funny. I think he bet up against his team against the Jaguars too. That's what I found so funny. I was like, oh my god. So he's coming to the team that he gambled about with. So it's just like, oh great, time to show me all money.
Yeah, I have all ones in my wallet. It's just like, I'm broke. So
it's not your fault, bro. Inflation. We're all suffering right now.
Right.
Calvin really wouldn't take his helmet off, in the fourth quarter while they're winning.
Shut up, Frankie. You lost to the Bears.
Oh, great.
No, we beat the Jets, though.
Yeah, you lost to actually, yeah.
And actually, speaking about that game, because Frank, I want to dive down into this because we haven't been talking about this much lately. But Mac Jones, I want to talk about his first half performance. He looked kind of iffy. I want to say he didn't look like the Mac Jones that we were expecting him to play. But during the second half, I think he looked a little bit like Mac Jones. But if I were to give him a grade, depending on how he played against the Jets, I'd honestly give him a C-.
I was about to say a C+, but that's close enough.
Yeah,
I wouldn't give him no grade.
No grade?
I give that,
no grade.
I give that coaching staff an F+.
Coaching staff.
Now I got no comment on grading Mac Jones, but I will give the Patriots defense an A+.
Yep, you're right.
I really think they are torturing Mac Jones' career. Not getting him a number one wide receiver. I mean, who is he going to throw to? I mean, he doesn't have anybody.
Myers.
He doesn't have the Bills' offense.
I mean, here's the thing. We all wish we had the Bills' offense. We wish we had Stephon Diggs. We wish we had Gabriel Davis, Dawson Knox, and Josh Allen on the side. We wish as Ravens fans and Patriots fans, we all had at least one piece of each. We'll get Diggs. The Ravens will get Josh Allen, and the Panthers will get Dalton Knox. I mean, that's a fair trade.
Hey, I just want a wide receiver. That's it.
I mean, all I'm saying is this NFL is you gotta have wide receivers. It's not like the Tom Brady years, where you could throw to nobody and win a Super Bowl.
That's right. Because Frankie brings up a good point. If you guys actually think about it, when the Patriots won Super Bowls, they basically won it with nobodies. Danny Amendola, no one knew him. Chris Hogan, no one really knew him. Deion Branch, Troy Brown. I mean, I can name all these people.
I know Danny Amendola. I know Chris Hogan. He had a 1-year contract in Carolina, I think.
He did? Oh, I forgot he signed a 1-year contract. Oh,
I know. Who was that other guy for the Patriots who won the Super Bowl in 2016? Who was the other guy? He was number 19. Was it Mitchell?
Brendan LaFell. Brendan LaFell.
Malcolm Mitchell.
Malcolm Mitchell. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I mean,
Brendan LaFell, former Carolina Panther.
Yeah, he won at the Super Bowl. Thank you.
And he got injured too. So.
Who? LaFell? No, he played during the Super Bowl.
Malcolm Mitchell.
Oh, Mitchell. Yeah.
And he's had a bright future. I love that kid.
Yeah, he was going to do well. I mean, thank God he won one Super Bowl with us. I mean, but it's just I think I talked to you about this last time, but the one running back I miss is Damian Lewis.
I don't. After he left, he talked all that smack about us.
I mean, he didn't talk all smack, just like Darrelle Revis used to.
You know what my favorite story is? Has nothing to do with this. But
What's that?
When it was still under Tom Brady, that linebacker you guys used to have, Jamie Collins. He wanted that extension, and he got traded to the Browns for a 5th-round pick later that week.
Bro, it's
crazy.
Speaking of that, we still have him on our team.
Is he on your team again?
Yeah,
he's on
really for a 4th time.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I just thought that was hilarious because I heard an article about that, and then he got traded to the Browns for a 5th-round pick. I'm like, oh, you're not getting that Von Miller contract.
I mean, it's just like this. We sign him, we cut him. We sign him back, we cut him again. We got him again, we cut him. It's like we're like, all right. It's basically, if you think about it, if you guys have watched the series Friends before, it's basically like Ross and Rachel kind of scenario of, we were on a break, no, we're not. We were on a break, no, we're not. But
it's like that, Dev. It's like that SpongeBob episode when Plankton was running up to Squidward's house saying, "Squidward, free." What is? I kind of forgot.
Free cleaning service.
Yeah, just like come on, just like yeah, sure, why not? But okay, I think I might have a start bench cut. I want you guys to hear this because it's really interesting. Okay,
let's hear this one.
Start bench cut. Thanksgiving. London, or trying to think of another one. Thanksgiving, London games, or maybe let's throw in Thursday Night Football.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Oh, Thanksgiving, London games, or Thursday Night Football?
Yeah.
All right, I
Thursday
got
Night Football out.
Thursday Night Football needs to go.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. Can I just real quick before we start?
Go for it.
You can go first.
This is what I think should happen with the only way we should allow Thursday Night Football. Get everyone situated 4 or 5 weeks into the season. You know, when the buys start coming out and things like that. You know, teams like 4 teams get a bye. Schedule 2 of those teams that following week and start your Thursday Night Football.
Facts. I like that.
Okay.
By the way, yes, start Thanksgiving games. I think they're awesome. I've still yet to watch a London game. It's at 6:30 a.m. my time. I'm not waking up that early to watch a game, and there hasn't been a game entertaining yet to watch. So I could hear Russell Wilson doing high knees from like 30,000 feet away or whatever.
Yeah, right. Ravens flock, let's fly.
Thanksgiving games start because there's usually a good game around there, and I like watching the Lions on Thanksgiving. Bench the London games. I get it. Okay. It's cool. I don't mind. I just won't watch it until there's a good game. Cut the Thursday Night Football games.
You know what? You spoke the words right out of my mouth, man. I'm going with Jordan. I was going to say the same thing. Start the Thanksgiving games. You know, cut definitely the Thursday Night Football, and then bench the London games because other than the Minnesota versus Saints game, that was the only entertaining one that I've ever seen.
Interesting.
I haven't caught a second of a Monday game yet.
So. I have no life. That's why I wake up every morning at like 6 a.m. I'm like, London games, let's go.
Oh no!
I mean, what else to watch?
I mean, I like London games just because time would go so fast, and now you get the 1 o'clock game started. I mean, it's really good for us, honestly. Just for time can go fast, just like that. Honestly,
right.
What's your take on the Friday night games? The Black Friday.
Who's playing Friday night?
No, they're doing Black Friday. I think next season.
Are they?
I heard about that. I don't like that. That makes no sense.
I kind of hate it.
Black Friday.
Friday night football. Friday Night Football is for high school only.
Right. I mean, here's the thing. I love Friday Night Lights, the movie. That's the only thing I'll watch on a Friday. I mean, that's the only football movie I'll watch. Anything else? No. Friday, just like Jordan said, not for football. Don't even watch them.
If you're gonna do Thursday night games or Monday nights, play a good game, not Broncos every time on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Luckily, the suffering's over, we think.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, hey, the Patriots the next couple of weeks will have some primetime games. We'll be playing the Raiders, the Cardinals, the Bengals, and the Vikings. So that'll be some good games to actually watch on prime time.
The Ravens got Monday Night Football against the Saints.
That's right. How you feeling?
Game? That's going to be a tough one. You know what's going to happen too? The Ravens tend to always run into Andy Dalton. That's what tends to happen. It's like that. He's like that pimple in the high school prom. You just can't get rid of it. You can't pop it. Last year, he was on the Bears. He came in to replace Justin Fields. The season before, he was on the Dallas Cowboys, taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I'm like, why can't we I still have bad flashbacks from 2017 on that 4th and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
And Dalton threw that dime to Tyler Boyd back when we didn't have any sort of defense whatsoever. And we lost the game. And that was just,
I remember that.
That was
I remember that play like it was yesterday.
I still have bad memories of that Andy Dalton situation. I'm like,
that.
Man, I have to tell you that the Bills were on the brink of making the playoffs, and since that play, they were in the playoffs. And I just remember the Buffalo Bills, people were like, "Oh yeah, we're in the playoffs! Thank you, Ravens!"
Yeah. The locker room was.
They were jumping
at the locker room, and they gave Andy Dalton what was it? Something for life or whatever. It was towards his charity or something like that.
Yeah, people were donating to his charity. I remember that. Yep. That was nice for
That's why I can never hate on Buffalo Bills fans, because when Lamar Jackson went down with that concussion in the playoffs,
Yep.
They were sending money to his charity, and I was like, that's cool. That's really
right.
cool.
Yeah,
that's respectable. I mean, I don't show hate towards Bills, Miami, or Jets fans or any fans out here. It's just that
I get it. I get it's your rival. I get it.
Right.
I'm the same. I'm the same way with the Steelers, the Browns, and the Bengals.
I hate the Jets. Their fan base is just no. That week before we played them, no.
It's like that meme on TikTok. Fuck the drugs. Fuck the cigarettes. Fuck that dumb bitch. Because it all begins. All right. It's like the Patriots. Like Patriots fans saying, "Yo, fuck the Jets. Fuck the Dolphins. Fuck that dumb bitch." Or I say the Buffalo Bills. This ends today. All right. This is the year of the fucking soldier.
I mean, call me crazy, but I've always wanted to go to a Buffalo Bills tailgate. Like seeing them jumping on the damn tables and just
yeah,
like.
Let's go, Dev. We'll be like the Dudley Boys. We'll play the Bills fan through the table.
No, actually, no.
I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to be like that crazy Bills fan to do that.
Devon!
No, Dev,
Devon, get the tables!
No, actually, no. Wait, Dev, actually, no. Philadelphia Eagles are actually crazy. So I was watching a show about, Kevin Hart's like a Philadelphia Eagles fan. There was actually a video of some dude eating horse shit while they won the Super Bowl. I was like,
oh my God.
I heard about an Eagles fan punching a police horse one time when they won the Super Bowl.
Jeez.
I think it was either when they won the Super Bowl or won a playoff game.
Holy hell! If you think that Bills fans are crazy, and speaking of, the Phillies are in the playoffs right now. Imagine if they win the World Series. What the hell is going to go on with that?
I mean, I hope so. I hope they do.
I mean, man, everyone hates the Astros. I'll just say that much. Everyone's on the side right now. I mean,
we got Aaron Judge. We got Aaron Judge.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. All right. Next topic I want to get onto is the Steve Nash firing in the basketball.
Okay. All right. I have a lot to say. Frankie, you want to start off?
You can go first, and then I'll.
So, with the Steve Nash firing, I kind of saw that. I didn't really see this coming because of how terrible the Brooklyn Nets are, and he basically had a meltdown during their last game, throwing the water bottle, having an attack on himself or whatnot. So I knew after that game that Steve Nash was going to get fired from the Brooklyn Nets. But what really actually pisses me off is that, the Celtics suspended Ime Udoka for a whole year because of what basically he was doing, with some, another Celtic, employee women, sending pictures, doing some things that, very inappropriate to do. And, Ime Udoka did say a quote saying that, hey, I was horny, now I'm a different person. But it's just as, an employee of the Boston Celtics, you can't be doing that. It doesn't matter how old you are, 40, 43, or however old Ime Udoka is. You can't be doing that stuff. You're a professional, athlete right now. And, what you're doing is representing the team. And as of right now, I am not too happy in stuff for Ime Udoka. I mean, sure, let him go to the Brooklyn Nets and let him do his thing. But, just to let him go like that, it's just very devastating right now.
My thoughts on the Brooklyn Nets are they needed a scapegoat, and Steve Nash was the scapegoat.
Yeah.
The Nets knew exactly what they were doing when they picked up Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. Before Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, I thought they had a nice roster. I thought they were looking good. If you want to get one max player, that's fine, but they mortgaged their whole future, basically. And now they're stuck with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. I don't think it matters who the head coach is. There's too many issues over there, and it's proven that it's a team game more than anything else. Look at the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. You need a team around you. Who's a great example? The Milwaukee Bucks around Giannis Antetokounmpo. You need to build a roster around one of your superstars.
Yep.
And you can't. It's not one player is going to win you the championship. You need key players. You need role players, and you need a coach as well. And the Nets, all they got is what? Kyrie Irving, who comes out flat just like the earth. I'm kidding. And Kevin Durant he looks like he's still the best in the world, and he didn't want to come back. He wanted to get traded, and I see why. I think he misses. He misses. Misses going to Golden State, or you know what? He even misses OKC a little bit.
I think so.
Honestly, I don't care. He's not this baby goat right here, or this actual goat over here. This man. Shut up, Frankie. I'm telling you right now, I just want to talk about. I feel like John Charles is better than. I think that Coach K is better than Steve Nash. I should be honest with you. So what happened? I don't know how he got fired. He threw a water bottle or something. He got rejected.
So basically, what happened is that the Nets lost to, I think it was like the Chicago Bulls or something, and something went wrong, and Steve Nash was like throwing a fit, like entering the locker room, like at the end of the game. And I think he got either ejected from the game before that or something like that. And the Brooklyn Nets were like, I think 1-4, 1-5. So they weren't looking good as usual. So I think the, general manager was looking at the situation like, hey, we are 1-5 starting off this season. And it looks like Steve Nash doesn't know what he's doing, and he's not a good player coach. Mm-hmm. So basically the Brooklyn Nets fired Steve Nash, and the Brooklyn Nets are bringing back their old head. Used to be bench coach and Joko, but now he can't be the starter. What's up?
Dev, isn't that funny? We were just talking about Calvin Ridley getting traded, a suspended player. Now we got a suspended coach getting hired. I mean, look what's going on around the world of sports.
Like, what the hell is going to happen? Come on now.
Honestly, have you guys ever saw the Michigan versus Wisconsin last year?
No.
I don't remember.
So, Juwan Howard, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh. Okay, you're talking about college basketball. Yes.
Yeah.
The dude punched the head coach from Wisconsin. He punched him in the face.
Yep. Okay. I remember what game you're talking about. Yep.
Listen, he's by far my third. I did my top 5 least favorite coaches. I hate Juwan Howard. That man is a bum. That man's a pussy. I mean, I hate that guy. I hate that guy so much.
Wow.
He's like part of the Fab Five. And guess what? Guess who beat the Fab Five?
Who's that?
The freaking Duke Blue Devils.
The bums. Okay.
Shut up, Frankie. You're a freaking Boston College fan.
Listen, Boston College about to win the March Madness. But anyways,
I'll give you guys confidence. You guys will be better than Louisville. I'll say that.
All right, we'll see March Madness.
We'll be better than Duke. But anyways, is Aaron Judge a Red Sox?
Yes.
What?
Wait, what?
Is Aaron Judge a Red Sox?
No.
No.
He's staying. He's either staying with the Yankees or him and Shohei Ohtani are gonna go to the Dodgers. They're gonna go 142-20, and they're gonna be one and done in the NLDS.
If he goes to the Dodgers, I'm shaving my head.
Be careful, this is recorded.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna shave my head. I'm not shaving my head.
Oh, you said it. It's on recording.
I think he'll stay with the Yankees.
No.
Oh.
I mean, to be honest, it looked like, I don't know if you guys saw in the post interview, that he was not looking too happy after, they got swept by the Astros. He basically said, and I quote, that, he's like, well, we were supposed to do something during spring training, but now the season's over, so we haven't done that. So it seems like you can tell by body languages when people talk. It's just like, it seems like he wanted to hint that he wasn't coming back, but he just wanted to, look like it for the media, so people don't have to be like, it's just a conspiracy theory that Judge is leaving the Yankees. Because here's the thing: if you're put in this situation about Aaron Judge, if you're sitting in his body right now and you're saying that I'm a very accomplished outfielder for myself, and what have the New York Yankees done to it? They haven't done anything with Aaron Judge being there for, I think, 4 or 5 years ever since his rookie deal. Sure. And now he has a decision: either he wants to stay a Yankee, or if he actually wants to, put himself out there in the free agent market. Now, if I'm Aaron Judge, I am declining whatever trade that you are sending me to the New York Yankees, and I'm taking myself either going to Boston, going to LA, going to somewhere else that's, well, I correct myself. Maybe he could go to a New York team like the Mets. I think the Mets would be another great suit for him. Those are the top 3 teams that I could possibly see him playing for. Please. Not named the New York Yankees, the Mets, the Dodgers. Actually, 4. I apologize. 4. I see him playing for the Red Sox. I see him playing for either the Giants, the Dodgers, or the Mets. Those are the 4 teams that I can see Aaron Judge playing for.
Listen, I just want him to Boston, because imagine him in a Red Sox uniform going to Yankee Stadium. You know how many boos this man will get when he comes to Boston?
Yeah. And you know what? I say let it happen, because you know what, Harrison, man? We deserve it. We really do.
But here's my thing. You guys are fine on offense, though. You got to address your bullpen.
We do, yes.
You guys have a really good offense.
We do. Trust me.
We do.
We're going to let a special guest in real quick. This guy's been dying to join. His name's Georgie.
Georgie.
What's up?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good. So, here's the Jordan. Yes, we need to work on our pitching. That is a huge, option for the Red Sox. But if you don't remember, back in 04 when we won the World Series, 03 when we won the World Series, the Yankees took our prized possession away from us. Center fielder Johnny Damon, and he was one of our best center fielders. And then when we won the World Series in 13, the Yankees took another prized possession from us, center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury. Oh. So, my man, it's time for us to take one of their prized possession in Aaron Judge. So it's time for us to have some fun here.
I get it. I get it. I get it completely. And I think that would be awesome. I'm pulling for it.
Yep.
I just think that's what you don't need. I know that sounds weird, but I think you have enough hitting.
We do.
And I think if you can figure out that back end of your bullpen and maybe another starting pitcher, I think you guys are right there.
Right. I mean,
I think you guys just had an off season. That's all.
But he is a Red Sox fan too.
That is true. That is very true.
What's that?
Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why I came to the World Series. Because once the World Series ends, it's time for off-season baseball.
And listen, Frankie does not like Trevor Story whatsoever, and it's pissing me off.
I cannot believe that. I cannot believe you do not like Trevor Story.
Here we go this again. I don't. I despise that man.
How about this?
That contract is not worth it.
I agree.
Really?
I agree with that.
Okay.
He's a liability on defense, and he's disappeared since he left Colorado. I mean, how often do you see besides Nolan Arenado?
Okay.
Does someone succeed outside of Colorado?
Trevor Story's gonna have an amazing season next year, and you guuld be 100% wrong.
You do
with a killer 198 batting average or something like that, whatever he was hitting this season.
You do bring up a good point. What player out of Colorado besides Nolan Arenado? And I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I think I can think of one player, Matt Holliday. He used to play for the Rockies. He played for the Cardinals. He was a
World Series champion.
Yeah, he was a World Series champion for the Cardinals. So I can name you that player. That's right. I guess you could say maybe Ubaldo Jimenez. He used to be a really great player.
Former Indian.
Yeah, he used to play for the Indians. I think he played for the Orioles one season. So, but here's the thing. Trevor Story, he had a great May and April, but it's just like after that, I still think he's a great player for the Red Sox, and I'm glad that we, made a signing for him because, you never know what's going to happen with the, Xander Bogaerts. I hope that he signs
I think he will.
I think Bogarts is leaving.
I think you guys. I think you guys just had an off season. That's all I think it was. If you addressed your
off season, boy, off season.
Yeah. Well, you guys were in last place in the AL East.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you guys were in the best division in baseball. I mean,
I think Bogarts heads to New York.
Oh, that would just be.
Yeah, Yankees? I do. I think he goes to the Yankees.
Oh.
Sorry to break it to you guys.
Yeah,
I hate Frankie's such a Red Sox hater for some reason.
No, you can't sign these players because you need that money for Aaron Judge.
We're not the Dodgers. You don't sign good players.
No, I mean, here's the thing. I love the signing of Tommy Pham during the trade deadline. That was a good signing for I'm Bloom. I think the chicken guy, Reese McGuire, he's been doing great. Connor Wong, he's been doing good for us. What else would we think of it? And that was it. So basically, the Red Sox need to work on definitely pitching. Maybe get a couple bats, just in case. And I don't know if I told this in the last episode, but we are not making an extension for J.D. Martinez.
Nope, and we're not.
Which I'm very glad to see about. And we're not going to make an extending offer to Xander Bogaerts unless he opts out. Unless he opts out of his contract, because he can either opt in or he can opt out. But if he opts out, the Red Sox will give a qualifying offer to him. But if he opts in, the Red Sox will not, because he has, I think, 2 years left in his contract after this upcoming season. So right after that, the Red Sox will offer him something. But I've been hearing
we're re-signing Devers. We're re-signing Devers. And I know that you told me on Instagram. You already told me on Instagram saying, "Oh, yeah, Aaron Judge to Boston confirmed."
I didn't say it was confirmed. That was from I don't know if you guys follow this guy on Twitter, but this guy Jared, I forget what his name, Carrabas or whatever his name is. He's like a huge Red Sox social media guy. So I heard from him. He's a verified Twitter guy, so that means that it's true. Sometimes, not all the time. But he said that Aaron Judge to the Red Sox confirmed, but we don't know the sources. But it would be awesome to find out and know how. But I'm just ready for this offseason because I think us five in this chat know the Phillies are winning the World Series. They're absolutely dominating right now. I don't know what the score of the game is right now, but Phillies are going to
win.
Who?
I just think Chris Sale needs to step up as well.
Yeah.
God damn, needs to step it up. I mean, this man got hurt in his second game and he broke his freaking pinky.
So I'm a White Sox fan, just so you guys know. We completely used up all the miles on Chris Sale's arm when those games were 1-1 in the 8th inning before we started rebuilding, and he threw 110 pitches. So as a White Sox fan, we take full responsibility for that, but he did get you a World Series. Yeah, I mean, he did get you a World Series. I mean, I can't say the same thing about Yohan Moncada, and at least he has a glove. And then Kopech, I'll keep it clean out, but his lower parts keep getting injured because he's up in his feelings. So I mean, at least Chris Sale is he's getting the job done for you guys. But yeah, it is shocking to see what happens. But unfortunately, I'm not surprised by it because of his motion, the way he throws the ball, that has Tommy John written all over it.
Oh, exactly. I mean, speaking of the White Sox, I mean, your boy Jose Abreu, he's a free agent come this season. I mean, do you think they're going to sign him or let him walk?
I think he's walking.
Really?
I think we drafted a first baseman in the name of Andrew Vaughn. He's also on our team, and he's proven that he's very productive. He had a great season. I think his natural position is first base. And we got our problem this season, we had too many DHs on our team. Yeah. We just hired a manager. He was the Royals bench coach for 3, and I guess the Royals were supposed to hire him, and the White Sox just outbid him. So this is the first. I don't know his name.
I've never heard of it before. I don't even know.
This is okay. So I'll give you guys a history lesson on the Chicago White Sox.
Okay.
Jerry Reinsdorf, who owns the Chicago Bulls and the Chicago White Sox.
Yep.
When he hires, if it's a head coach or a manager, it's directly related to that organization. Nobody from the outside in. That's what Jerry Reinsdorf does. So this is the first time in 30 years that the White Sox have hired a manager outside of like their own lane. So I hope it works out. I've heard good things. I guess George Brett said really good things about him.
Okay.
The broadcasters from the Royals said we were going to go get him, and the White Sox beat him to it. My thing is there's too many DHs on the White Sox. So unfortunately, I think Abreu is going to be the sitting duck. I would like to keep Abreu, but that means he would have to DH. But Eloy Jimenez, our other DH, he's clearly our best bat on our team, and he can't play left field. He's a butcher. Like he is so clumsy that a routine fly ball is a diving catch for Eloy Jimenez. That's where it is. Two things. I would like to see the White Sox. I think Pollock will stay with the White Sox, but I would like to get a second baseman.
Okay.
I'd like to get a second baseman and maybe a starting pitcher.
I hope so. I mean,
it seems like both Sox need a starting pitcher. To be honest, I mean, here's the thing. I'm fine with our starting pitchers being Sale, Walker, Eovaldi, and I don't know about James Paxton. I don't know what's happening with him.
It's Bayo. It's gonna be Bayo.
Bayo. I think that he's going to be a great pitcher for us in the upcoming season, and I think we just need that one other starting pitcher. And I think
Tanner Houck, he's coming back. Garrett Whitlock.
Houck is more a relief pitcher. I don't think that he could be a starter. I think him and Whitlock need to should be in the bullpen and stay there. And I think we just basically need some bullpen because I think I don't know how you guys would feel about this, but I would kind of want Aroldis Chapman to be our bullpen.
You don't. No, you don't.
No?
Like Matt Barnes had played really well. It did not bad.
Aroldis Chapman's been very injury prone lately.
Okay.
And ever since Joe Madden used up all his miles 6 years ago to pitch in the World Series, Aroldis Chapman has not been the same, and it's just too much trouble. It's just too much trouble. I think we're finally hitting an era like the guys like Craig Kimbrell and Aroldis Chapman. It's time for a new era of closers like Edwin Diaz, Liam Hendricks. I'm sure I'm missing a few, but guys like that, we're hitting a new era of closers. So you want to find what you want to do is you want to find guys that are ready for that situation now, not when they were in 2010.
I like that point because, could the Red Sox use a closer like Hendricks? Because, man, he is just sometimes lights out every time that you come into the pen and that he's pitching. It's just like, damn, you got to get shut out by him.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't sure if he was gonna pan out for the White Sox because we had Alex Colomé as our closer prior, and he did a nice job. And so I was wondering, man, that's pretty risky, and it turned out to work in our favor. Liam Hendricks, I love his energy. Energy. He played out every single game for us last season. I can say that with ease.
Because I remember back in the days, the White Sox used to have Bobby Jenks as a closer too.
Big bad Bobby Jenks,
yes,
sir.
Yeah, we're going way Bobby back, Jenks. Man.
The big man.
Man, he was both on Sox. He was better on your team, but he was the worst when he came to the Red Sox, to be honest. I was great. I was great, we got James.
And honestly, I will never forget that Nick Pivetta in the playoffs against the Rays.
We need him.
My God.
We need him for sure.
Nick Pivetta was by far one of my favorite pitchers. When I just saw him barking, I was like, let's go! And then just Christian Vasquez was their dad. He's just like, see you later, loser.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, that's another player I want to welcome back. Christian Vasquez, we need him.
He looks so ugly in that Houston uniform. Just please get him out.
He's in the World Series.
I can't imagine him being on any other team, man. I mean, just seeing him there, I mean, I wish I could – I'm sorry to cheer up against him, but I just want to see him success on another team but the Red Sox.
But listen, I mean, now I kind of forgot what I was about to say. Hold on, now you guys go.
Okay.
Fair second.
But just like
Oh, you like what he said? Dev, what he said?
I don't know. Is he lagging?
No, are you lagging?
Yeah, you're lagging a little bit.
Okay.
You were lagging.
Anyways, someone was about to say something.
No, I was gonna say something after this. We're gonna play a little game on this episode 3. We're gonna try something new. But go ahead, Deb. What were you gonna say? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just waiting for Harrison's point to come about. I don't know if he still has it.
I honestly can't remember.
Okay, so let's play the game, Frankie. What you got?
All right. Dev, the sports guy, is gonna be the Patriots owner for the 2023 free agency on what we need.
Okay.
And we're gonna go down on everybody's team.
Sure.
All right, so here's the free agencies coming up for next season, I think, 2023. A.J. Green, Crowder, D.J. Clark, Alan Lazar, Randall Cobb, Sammy Watkins, Campbell, Juju, Marcole Hardman, Jacoby Myers, Shepard, Julio Jones, Cam Sims, Jawan Jennings, and Marquise Callaway.
Oh God, that just sounds horrible. just draft a wide receiver. Just find that. None of them sound. Juju's gonna stay with Kansas City.
Yeah, I mean,
he would be silly. Yeah. He would be silly not to.
He's actually doing not bad in KC. So
yeah,
quarterback.
He's been ranking it up.
I mean, he's got. I mean, he doesn't have out of prime Ben Roethlisberger playing with them. If I'm New England, seriously, I draft a wide receiver. If they could find a way to draft a wide receiver, I think that would be. I don't see a name. Maybe McCole Hardman at special teams.
Yeah,
I don't know how your special teams is, but none of those names are like, man, that sounds amazing. Maybe a trade or something like that. Maybe somebody that's on an opt-out year or an opt-in year. You can trade.
I mean, we got one mil.
The only hypothetical thing that I see the Patriots doing is probably bringing back Jacoby Myers because he's basically our Julian Edelman that we basically need to secure. And maybe, like Jordan said, bring Nicole Hardman because, he's not a number one wide receiver, but bring him in to, maybe run some routes. I don't know about special teams as much, but what's that?
He is fast.
You're right. So, it would be nice to take one of Patrick Mahomes away from him and let him, come to Met. So, Nicole Hardman coming here. Maybe a Jacoby Myers wouldn't be a bad idea, but it's other than those two players, I just don't see any other, I think all those other receivers are signed back with those teams.
Not going to lie, bro. Juju is going to stay in Kansas City, and I want to see him do a suey.
Yeah. I couldn't agree.
I mean, at least it'd be better than N'Keal Harry. Remember him?
Yeah, that trash can.
I think Alan Lazard could be on the move to New England. That's who I see.
That would be Lazard.
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't be a bad move taking one of Aaron Rodgers' weapons away, but I can definitely see Hardman coming here. I think Hardman would be a better bet.
I think Hardman would be. That would be the right. I mean, I don't see a receiver there. I mean, Juju. I mean, Juju can go do those cool TikTok dances with Jackson Mahomes,
right? Why not? Welcome home, baby.
The thing is we do have $1 million in cap space.
Yeah, we have I think we have $100 million.
Yeah, we're
in cap space. So I mean, bring Nicole Hardman here. I mean, he's not a number one, but he could be possibly a number two. That could be here, even though we're still trying to figure out our number one. But as of right now, we're basically sitting here with Jacoby Myers as probably our basic number one right here.
Yeah, and I don't like him, but
I like him.
Yeah.
First downs, yes, but touchdowns, no.
Not here and there, yeah. You can say that.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so what do you all think about the Ravens? Who do they need the most for wide
receiver?
Wide receiver.
Yep, and none of those guys sound very. Maybe McCole Hardman. I mean, for a slot wide receiver, maybe we could pay a little extra for Juju. I mean, I don't know. It depends where Lamar Jackson goes. Other than that, defense is fine. Offensive line, I like our offensive line. They look good. We drafted a center, and it's clearly made a difference to our Jackson getting time to throw the football. And no doubt about it, wide receiver.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, to be honest, I feel like Deshaun Jackson is a little bit washed, and I just don't know why he was given another shot. He's not like he used to be when he played for, the Eagles or whatnot. That's just my opinion. I think it was a great signing, but it's just like, people are still giving him a chance. Like,
this man needs to retire ASAP. You had an amazing career in Philadelphia. Please retire. You're good.
Right.
You're done. Please stop playing. For the love of Jesus, Lord, have mercy.
Hey. Tell that to Tom Brady, and then we'll start talking.
Yep.
Did he actually? No. Deshaun Watson then went to Tampa. Did he went to Tampa?
No, I'm talking about Tom Brady. Tell that to Tom Brady.
Oh, no. Oh, wait. Le'Veon Bell went to Tampa.
Yeah. I thought he was going to talk about his other buddy and friend, Mr. Antonio Brown, that I have very discouraging things to say about.
Dev, you told me that your favorite wide receiver is Antonio Brown.
Was it?
No, Dev, no.
No, not anymore. I'll tell you that much. After what he's been doing to our boy Brady, not anymore.
That's it.
I think the Patriots should trade for DJ Moore and we'll be good.
Ooh, that actually wouldn't be a bad idea.
That would be one off the helmet.
Right? Literally.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
I thought I was like,
let me tell you something, though. DJ Moore wouldn't take his helmet off in New England. I'll tell you that thing right there.
Nope.
So
Belichick would cut him. Belichick has benched his players for being late on a snowy day to practice. So, I mean, that's no fire,
Exactly. So, Frankie, we ready for our game picks to wrap it up?
Oh, yes. Game picks of the week.
All right. So, for new guy here, Jordan, we do our game picks of the week every episode. So, you're going to give us your intake on who's going to win, and then we go around the table.
Let's just say that Frankie's under 500. Let's just say that.
Okay. So we doing most like the games of the week, or are we doing?
We're doing every game.
Okay, perfect.
I'm probably the only one that actually picks right.
No, you do not, Frankie.
What? Oh,
he still gets the fight, though, so.
All right, Frankie, who we got first coming up?
Okay, I just looked up week 8, and they just show pregnancy test. I can't with
Positive. You are the father.
I think I should type up NFL, I think.
NFL week 9. We're in week 9.
Oh,
we're in
week 9.
We're halfway done. We're halfway done of the season. I want the season to end.
Man, I might shed a tear, bro. Come on, man.
Alrighty.
Here we go.
Here we go. First game of the week, boring Thursday night football. We got Philadelphia on the road to take on Houston.
Oh, easy. Eagles.
Eagles.
Give me Philly.
Oh, it's my turn. Oh, okay. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles on this one, and it's not going to be even close. I think, but Davis Mills still can have a good game.
All right. What we got next?
I didn't even pick yet, but
all right.
We're doing devs, yeah. No, I'm going with but I'm going with Houston.
Oh my God!
What?
I feel a big upset. I have to. It's only right.
Damn. Okay. All
All
right.
right, Georgie, who do you got?
I got the Eagles by a dozen.
Got 4 normal people here, and then Frankie.
Yeah,
he just meant Houston plus 14. That's
Houston,
okay. I get it.
have a problem.
Just thank me later when Houston wins. All right.
All right, I got you, bro.
Houston, we have a problem.
All right. Now we got the Chargers versus the team that owns Carolina Panthers, the Atlanta Falcons.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
Where's this in Atlanta?
Oh, it's in the ATL.
I'm going Atlanta.
ATL.
Atlanta going for the upset. Okay.
I'm going with the Chargers. I think Herbert's. They don't have their 2 good wide receiver corners.
Frankie, what you got?
So.
I'm going. Oh, you actually called me this time. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going with the Panthers' father, Marcus Mariota.
Oh. All right, Georgie, what you
He
got?
did not play good last week. PJ Walker played better than Marcus Mariota. That man's a running back.
Who won though?
The freaking defense made just.
Oh my God.
Pinero's got Russell Wilson vision when it comes to the goalposts.
Yes, thank you.
That was a good one.
All right, continue. Let's continue. I'm going with
Hold
the
on, hold
Chargers.
I got the Chargers.
Chargers, okay. All right, Frankie, what's next on the slate?
We got ATLs. In Carolina versus Cincinnati.
Listen, let's just okay. Let me say something here. Listen, when the Bengals played against the Browns, they did absolutely horrible. Because you know what? They don't have Jamar Chase. They have a bad offensive lineman. I'm going for the upset. I'm going with the Carolina Panthers. I think because we have a good defense on our shoulders. So.
Okay. You know what, Harrison? I couldn't agree with you more. I'm going with Carolina.
Yeah! Damn me up.
Cincinnati by 21. This
Cincinnati
is going to be ugly.
Okay.
They're going to be upset. They lost. Cleveland can't beat. I'm sorry. Cincinnati can't beat Cleveland. This is a rebuild year. PJ is going to be going literally to his walker. That's how many times he's going to get sacked against Cincinnati's defense. Give me. In fact, this is my lock of the week. Cincinnati over Carolina. Cincinnati.
Frankie,
sorry, bro.
I'm actually gonna go with Cincinnati because they actually have a kicker that can actually make it through the goalpost.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily. McPherson cost me in fantasy. All he had to do was make a 40-yard field goal and an extra point, and I would have won by 1 point.
Now, let's be honest. When it's a game winner, he ain't missing. Unlike the Carolina Panthers that had it twice.
Woo.
All right. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Georgie, what you got, my friend?
Panthers.
All right. So 3 on the Panthers, 2 on the Bengals. Wow.
I'm only going because of playoff spot right now.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
A rivalry game right here. We got Green Bay going on to Detroit to take on the Lions.
I'm going Green Bay.
Where's this happening?
This is
Detroit.
In Detroit. Ooh, I'm going with the upset. Green Bay sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still go with the Connor Burns thing. Green Bay sucks. Go Detroit.
My thumbs up, baby. Thumbs up, Dev.
Yes, sir.
Give me. You are lying, bro. Give me Detroit.
Yes, sir, Jordan. Let's go.
What is it, Frankie?
You guys are just delusional, right? You're gonna go against the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
What?
Give me the Green Bay Packers. Come on.
Wow.
Give me Green Bay.
I'm going with the Packers.
All right, Georgie. It's all up to you. What do you got?
I gotta go with the Packers.
The Panthers.
Damn.
Go, Pack, go.
Colts versus New England.
New England.
If Matt Jones won't throw 3 interceptions, we'll see.
Pats. It's against the Colts.
Yep.
Pats.
You know it. All right. We all are in agreement on one thing for once. Frankie, what's our next slate of games?
Buffalo versus New York Jets.
Oh, go Bills. Go Bills.
Easily the Jets.
Bills.
No, I'm kidding. Hey,
I was
Bills.
gonna say, what? Come on, bro.
Bills by 17. Jets
Oh,
defense will
easily.
keep them around.
Bills by 30. Are you kidding me? They're going to have a cakewalk of the game.
All right. Sounds good.
Frankie, what you thought?
I think the Jets.
What?
Oh my god.
Come on,
Frank.
man.
Frankie.
Come on, man.
0 receptions. Saucy Gardner. Offense rookie of the year. I'm a defense rookie of the year.
Damn. Georgie,
Going with
what
the
you got, my
Jets?
friend?
Bills.
Bills? All right. Good. Finally.
Frankie, stop picking these
The only
trash.
field-
I mean,
ass teams.
listen, Patriots ain't made the playoffs. They're done, so why not go to the Jets, you know?
Damn.
Minnesota versus Washington.
Oh,
Minnesota.
Where at?
Minnesota against the
I'll be right back.
Washington.
I'm getting myself a sugar
Are
cookie.
they in Washington?
Are they in Washington, Frankie?
Yeah, they're in Washington.
Yeah, in Washington.
Okay. Give me Washington.
Washington. Okay, going for the upset. I like that.
See, I like him. See, I would ask Jordan to bet for me because he knows what he's talking about. I'm going Washington.
Okay.
I don't, but I appreciate that.
You do.
I like the honesty.
I'll tell you what. I'll celebrate with a Heineke when he throws that game. When he gets that game-winning drive and finally takes the Cinderella slipper off the Vikings.
Yes, sir. Georgie, who you got?
I got the Minnesota Vikings. JJ's gonna gritty all over them.
Woo!
Right. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Frankie, who we got?
I need those JJ's to do well in fantasy.
We got the coach of the year, in my opinion, Josh McDaniels, Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, easily. It's not even close.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, that's a tough game.
Tie.
Oh, tie. Okay, we got our first tie in the show. I like that. Okay.
Tie.
Okay.
What's the score, though?
Oh, yeah.
Daniel
what's the
Carl.
score?
20.
Back. What
We'll
happened?
say
What happened?
27-27.
So Harrison, you just missed it. Jordan said our first tie on the show. It's going to be Jaguars against Raiders.
I'm gonna go with the Jags, I guess, because I need Travis Etienne to do good. I got him in fantasy.
Okay. I got the Jag.
I got Raiders.
Raiders. Frankie, what you got?
I'm going with Jacksonville.
Okay.
Buddy, you're just strong as hell, man.
Who's next?
Eat that sugar cookie. Maybe you'll come back to reality. Let's see. I hate these Seattle Seahawks fans, man. Seattle Seahawks versus Arizona.
Gino.
Oh my god. Giant fans? Oh my god, these guys are worse than Giant fans. You name it.
MVP.
Oh my god.
MVP.
Yes, sir.
MVP. Kyle Murray is gonna be too distracted by his new Modern Warfare game, whatever's coming out. Seattle by a field goal.
Yes, I like that. You know what? I've been making fun of the Seahawks this whole time, and you know what? It's time to choose and fly with the Seahawks.
Blah blah blah.
Seahawks.
3 votes Seahawks. Let's go. Hawks nest.
I'm going with the GOAT Kyle Murray because if he's listen, I'm saying right now Kyle Murray is my favorite football player outside of New England.
He is my favorite. You are absolutely right. He is the GOAT of gaming, but he's not the GOAT of football.
He is the GOAT of football. Next year he is taking the Cardinals to the Super Bowl. Next year.
Next year. Okay.
Next year.
Okay.
Next year.
Hold on. Wait. Before picks are off, you need to turn off your Xbox. Because that's you. If you play Madden 23 on rookie mode, that's when the Cardinals are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
At least those boys can kick field goals and actually not take off their helmets, okay?
It's not me. Oh, okay, you're talking. I was like,
yeah,
wait a minute.
Yeah. I have to, it's a tradition around here.
All right, so we know who Frankie's got. He's got the Cardinals. Georgie, who you got?
Oh, crap! I didn't know it. I got Gino.
Yeah.
Gino, all right.
Gino.
I think we're gonna end the broadcast on that note because my eardrum. If you don't see
who we got next for slates of games?
Okay.
Who we got next?
We got the GOAT Brady that owns Carolina.
Oh my.
And against the Rams.
Wait, how do we own him? How PJ Walker owned him?
Yes, but listen, Brady's hand wasn't working. He had an injury. That's why he lost.
Injuries these nuts. Injuries these nuts, Frankie.
He had an injury.
Hold on, wait.
God.
And this is also a NFC divisional rematch.
True. That is
I'm
right.
picking the Rams. Stafford's gonna own Brady again.
I gotta go Brady. I don't know.
Cool.
Sorry. I gotta go Brady.
I gotta go with Stafford and the Rams. Cooper
oh my God, I can't talk to you. See, you're a bandwagon.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, I don't want to pick a winner. I wish they both would lose, but give me the Rams.
All right.
Oh my God, bro.
Brady's washed. Brady's washed.
He's terrible.
When Tom Brady reaches the Super Bowl, keep that same energy. I want you guys back here because Brady is going to win the Super Bowl and he's going to go off and retire.
Did his body transform like 10 years back or something like that? Because that's what he's going to back. I'll even go 4 years back. I mean,
at least Brady's not a running back, okay? At least Brady's not a running back, all right?
An MVP as a running back? Right. Well, make sure you respect your elders.
That is disrespectful.
Who we got next?
All right. Oh man, the Sunday night game. We got Tennessee versus Kansas City.
It's at Arrowhead. Give me Kansas City.
Kansas City. Are you kidding me?
Is Tannehill playing or Malik Willis is playing?
I think it's going to be Malik.
I think Malik for now.
Malik is about to take the L-leak. Give me the Chiefs.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Give me the Chiefs. Thank you, bro.
I got something better. He's about to take that W leak because he's about to get this W in Arrowhead.
Damn. Okay.
He's going to go Arrowhead with those sacks that he's about to take. Go, whoa! No, I play. It could happen.
Hey, don't talk about that.
Georgie, who you got in that game?
I got KC.
KC, all right. Last game, Monday Night Football. I think Georgie knows about this one.
We have the running back one, the Baltimore Crash Ravens.
He's tired of me already. I love it.
Versus the greatest team in NFL history, the New Orleans Saints.
The greatest
team in Carolina. Better than Carolina because they can make field goals. They can win games. All right, let's just keep it that. They are going to win NFC South, and I'm telling you that right now. They're going to win NFC South. That is my prediction. And yes.
The NFC South is like the cardboard copy of what the NFC East has been over the last 10 years. I think I'm gonna get the Saints are good. They're 3-5. Yeah. They've been battled with injuries. It's gonna be a close game. I like the Ravens by a field goal. It'll come down to Justin Tucker. It'll be a good game.
Yeah,
I think the Ravens
overrated Tucker. Overrated Tucker.
You don't even believe that.
Nick Folk is just as good.
He's got that very good leg.
Okay.
Hey, I'll say it.
Nick Folk's leg's not going to be donated to the Hall of Fame when he passes away. It's going to be Justin Tucker. His leg's going to literally be amputated. It's going to be right in the Hall of Fame.
Has he won a Super Bowl by kicking a field goal? No. Adam Vinatieri did that 3 times, so don't disrespect the greatest kicker of all time,
God.
Adam Vinatieri, and that's just facts.
And then Adam Vinatieri went to the Colts, and look what happened. I mean,
like I said, Bill Belichick made Adam Vinatieri. Bill Belichick made Tom Brady, and we can keep going on and on.
He did.
True. Harrison, who do you got winning?
It seems the same.
I'm just kidding. It's good to be a close game. I had to flip a coin, honestly. I'm going with New Orleans, honestly, at home.
Okay.
But it's gonna be close though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
See, Harrison's coming along. He knows they're about to win the NFC South.
Oh my God!
He knows.
Frankie, I swear to God, I am going to Boston and slapping you in GTA.
All right, listen, Harrison.
Crap.
You're gonna come close, just like that field goal was. That last field goal, and you
Oh my God!
That's how close you're gonna get.
We gotta stop talking about it now.
We gotta talk about it. I'm already desperate.
What we got?
All right, Georgie, last pick. Who you got?
I am, though, a Ruben hater, but I am going to go with the Ravens.
All right. Well, guys, sadly to say, that is going to end episode number 3 of the All Sports Podcast. Jordan, thank you for joining us. If you guys wanting to know, he is our full-timer. He'll be here every Wednesday. So, Jordan, it's been great having you. We can't wait for more and more pods with you, my friend.
I can't wait to run it back. I got to sign off, guys, because I got another podcast I got to do. But it's a pleasure to meet you guys, all right?
Sounds good.
I'm getting really tired, boys. Listen, Dev, stay blessed.
You too, man.
Frankie, you suck, but still stay blessed.
Wow. All right.
But, guys,
hey, I said always, stay blessed, man. Hey, stay blessed.
Stay blessed, Harrison. Stay blessed for sure.
Stay blessed.
And also one thing to Devin. Let's go Red Sox, baby.
You know it. Hey, Harrison, Frankie, Georgie, thank you for joining us in episode number 3 of the pod.